Well, I mean, my version of the story is very light-hearted because I was out in Syria. I never had any problems. My family, my friends, everybody around me was gay friendly. I only had problems with the government, with the authorities. And yeah, but it was okay, more or less. It's illegal in Syria to be gay. It's criminalized by like up to 3 years imprisonment. The law was de facto suspended, but still they could use it against you at any time. Unfortunately, recently the situation in Syria has changed. People, this war has changed people. And I'm seeing and hearing so many homophobic things that I thought they'll never, they'll never be said in Syria. In war situations, vulnerable groups become the first target, like women, children, LGBT people. So, unfortunately, this happened so fast in Syria. Like it's 6 years, but it's a vicious war. I came to Germany because I had my Syrian passport was about to expire. I was living in Turkey before. I realized that my Syrian passport might not get renewed. I might not get another Syrian passport because of my political views against the regime. And this, in Turkey, it was like impossible to have some kind of good legal status. And I got invited to Germany. I came here with a visa by plane. So when I came here, my mother had died also a few weeks before, like 4 weeks before I arrived in Germany, and I thought like there is nothing that can, like there is no incentive for me to go back to Turkey. But then I thought like, the legal issue, the legal status is important as well. I am here as a refugee. I am here as a refugee. I came with a visa and I applied for asylum. I overstayed my visa and applied for asylum. But the situation back then was also different, even here in Berlin. But my asylum process was very quick. Like it was like the whole thing took around 2 months. Shocked a little bit. I really thought that the people in this country have learned from their past experiences, but obviously people are people, and they learn it. All people want to learn it the hard way, although all the experiences are available to them. Like this situation also applies to Syria because like they know what happened in Lebanon, and still we have this war. I first found out about Mr Gay World in 2012. I liked the idea. I like this kind of thing that creates some kind of shock to people. Back then I was working as a journalist. It was more important for me to focus on that rather than the competition itself. But I always had it in mind, and I tried, afterwards in 2013 and 2014. In 2014 we didn't get the visa, also, the Mr Gay Syria didn't get the visa. In 2015 I was in the midst of, my life changed here in Berlin, so I couldn't do it. And eventually I managed to do it in 2016. And we did a real competition, like it was like on stage, and we had audience, we had jury members. With the rapid change in Syria and all these refugees arriving in Turkey, it was appropriate to have it in this community, LGBT community in Turkey. Well, I mean. It might be good for some people to have like a platform to express themselves those competitions, but I don't need that platform. I have my own platforms. It's just like, you know, it's not me, and it doesn't represent me, this whole competition. My whole idea of it is just like to have a Syrian face. So I just wanted somebody else to have like this face, and we do a campaign around it, and do something for the LGBT community. But for me, I have my own platforms. I even created a platform where people can actually express themselves. So I never felt I needed. I never felt like, you know, I fit in this kind of competitions.
Okay.
But I was already like, it's normal.
Okay.
Like when you are outspoken. But as journalists also, we expect some kind of hatred, some kind of crimes. We do our training to how to manage our safety. No, I'm not afraid. I'm not willing to die for anything. I mean, this is the reason I left Syria. I didn't want to die under torture by the Assad regime. But I don't want to die, but I'm if something happens just because I am expressing my opinions, I simply don't care.
Okay.
No, I'm not a scene person, actually.
Okay.
I prefer just to spend nights at home, like cozy nights, and having some wine and enjoying quietness. Sometimes I go out. They come to you when you're having drinks and dancing and start telling you your problems. So it's not anything that I can handle now.
Okay. Okay.
Not really that. I like some kind, like very simple, very soft leather things, but I never been to leather bars. No. The main objective of the competition itself is just like to create a campaign. I'm working on the campaign now. The campaign will be directed at two different targets. It's aiming at first some resettlement slots for a quota for resettlement for LGBT Syrians from Turkey, and this is according to the strange, annoying Turkish EU deal.
No.
Yeah. It's because they said that they will resettle 74,000 Syrians. Turkey is taking over the resettlement process, and this will leave the most vulnerable group being subjected to homophobia and actually state-sponsored homophobia in Turkey. And this is not acceptable, actually, like, you know, to have a homophobic government deciding that LGBT refugees should stay and suffer. So we are directing the campaign at that, and of course you cannot resettle all LGBT Syrians. Not all LGBT also refugees in Turkey want to leave Turkey. Some of them having good time, but we need to provide some kind of support, like, you know, about awareness about sexual health and those things, and we need some program for them as well. So those are the main aims of the campaign. And we have Mr Gay Syria and the runner-up to be the faces of the campaign, so it will be also more personal. It will give it like a human aspect. So this is why I did Mr Gay Syria. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. The Syrians actually in Turkey want another competition. They want it to happen every year because when we did the event, it was fantastic. Like, the support was amazing, people coming and enjoying their time, and we had really fun. Back then, it was really good. Although, like, you know, I had to just work out the things in 2 days when I went to Turkey. But still, it was really organized, and it was nice, and people want more. but I prefer to focus on the magazine, my online magazine, that because organizing such competitions take a long time, and I think providing Arabic articles, Arabic language articles in about homosexuality is also very, very important, and we need to keep doing it. It's just we stopped because most of our contributors also had been displaced and like applying for asylum here and there, and they don't have now the time and energy to write. But I would be focusing more on the magazine. I don't know if I'm a people's person, so if they ask for another one and I felt like, you know, I should do it for them, I might do it again.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Of course, yes.
You heard
yes,
about
yes,
that.
of
Yeah, we've been
course.
70. Mahmoud, thank you very much for coming and doing this interview, and good luck, and hope we stay in touch.
Yes.
Yeah?